What's up, Simply Recipes crew? I am here. This is Cooking It Live. That's what we're calling these things, I guess. Checking in live about once a week. My name is Nick Evans, and I generally write for machismo.com, but I also write for Simply Recipes, obviously. And I'm just here checking in once a week to say hi, see how you guys are doing, and cook something easy, something hopefully that uses like pantry ingredients, stuff you probably hopefully have on hand, and make it fun, make it something to do during this strange, weird time we are in. So if you don't mind, drop a line in the comments, say hello, say where you're watching from. I always like to see where people are watching from as I cook. It's fun to see. And I like to follow along in my computer here so I can see comments live, which is kind of fun. Also, obviously, if you have any questions about what we're making today, you can definitely say hi also. Hey, Coco's watching. What's up, Coco? Good to see ya. Cool, all right. So, I was actually surprised. I went to the store, the last time I went to the store was like a little over a week ago, I guess. I'm still doing my own grocery shopping. I haven't totally switched over to the like delivery yet. So I'm still like getting all the stuff on and going grocery shopping like, you know, once every week or 10 days or so. I went and I was gonna get some tuna fish because I like to have tuna fish, and there was very little. It seems like people are like hoarding tuna fish, or at least it's become very popular. So maybe you have some tuna fish in your pantry. Like this. The kind I like to buy is the albacore tuna. You can either get it in water or in oil. Kind of depends on what I'm doing with it, depending whether I do water or oil. But today, the only option I had was in water, so I got that. And that's totally fine. It's a little lighter. The oil is a little richer, so sometimes I'll like to use that if I'm looking for like a richer kind of salad. But today we're using the kind in water. Ask any questions you have about that, but it's pretty straightforward. And there's a lot of recipes for tuna fish salad out there on the interwebs. I don't really use any of them. What I do when I make tuna fish is I kind of raid my fridge and I raid my pantry, and I find interesting things that I can put in it that will make it delicious, and also use some ingredients that I have. Because the last thing I want to do is like go to the store for tuna fish, right? So yeah, oh, I hope you all are having a wonderful day too. Rebecca says hello. Hello, Rebecca. And if you guys don't know, I live in Denver, Colorado. I am here in my house with my wife, my two children who are watching their tablets right now, and my dog and my cat. So we are a packed house. Don't be surprised if you see another face pop in. Human or animal might happen. No. So, but what I was saying about tuna fish is I like to just raid my pantry. I picked out a whole bunch of stuff over here for kind of ideas, just stuff that you could put in tuna fish, and then we'll make one and we'll see how it is. So I'll kind of just see how it goes. So let's check it out. So obviously there's really only a few things that I consider as essential to tuna fish. Obviously tuna fish is one of them. We'll get there. The other thing is I think you need something creamy. Mayonnaise is sort of the default, and it's what I have here. But I've also made tuna fish with yogurt. If you have yogurt, or cream fresh is nice too. It's all kind of different, but the one thing is don't overdo it on the creamy dressing thing. Sometimes you get tuna fish that's like just like really creamy and mayo-y, and I don't like those versions. So I like to start, you know, with maybe a few tablespoons of mayonnaise. And then you can always add more if you want it creamier, but it's really hard to get the mayo out after you make the salad if you add too much. So just start light on that. And then the other thing I like in the dressing is something a little bit acidic. So for me, I like to use apple cider vinegar. You could use white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar. Again, the goal is not to go to the store. So whatever you have in your pantry that is a little bit acidic, use that. Rice vinegar is good, anything works. Another thing I like to use in tuna fish is lemon, but I don't have a lemon today, so we're skipping it. But if you have a lemon, fresh lemon juice is really nice. So Maybe in my little dressing here, I'm gonna add just a little pinch of salt and pepper. Kids are talking about snacks over there. Okay, a little bit of pepper maybe. Oh, good. Oh yeah, we have there's a lot of tuna fish recipes on Simply Recipes. So, you know, you can poke around there too. We're linking to a few in the comments. Like I made one on English muffins. That's kind of fun. That's kind of like a little light English muffin tuna melt kind of situation. So pinch of salt and pepper in there. We're gonna add our tuna fish now. The key here is you wanna drain off any water that's in the can. Don't put the water in there. It'll get way too liquidy. So don't wanna do that. Oh, BJ says capers. Yes, capers are one of my favorite things to add in tuna fish. I don't have any today, so I'm not doing that. But if you have some capers sitting around, that's a great idea. Okay. Okay, I drained my tuna fish. I just drained off all the water in the sink is basically what I did there. And then, ooh, I should have cut that a little more. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna dump it all in. I like to kind of try to keep it kind of chunky. So, you know, don't stir it too much, but just kind of break it up a little bit. So, here's our, it doesn't look super exciting now, but it's gonna get exciting, don't worry. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir this all together. And again, right now I'm not gonna over stir it because I wanna keep my tuna in kind of big flakes. So that's looking good. Okay, so now for really one of the only add-ins that I think is absolutely essential to tuna fish salad. You can debate me on this if you want, but it is celery. For me, I just love like the fresh crunch of celery in tuna fish salad. And so I always add it. I don't know. I don't even know if I would bother to make it if I didn't have celery. It's probably fine, but I don't know. There's something about the crunch that I really like. So, you guys can see my cutting board, right? I have all kinds of stuff here. Hold on, let me clear up some of this. We're gonna talk about all that. But, so I like to just dice stuff pretty finely for tuna fish. So I cut my celery into like 4. Just give it a quick dice. Trying to read and watch and chop, and hopefully I don't cut my finger off. Cool. So that's probably like 1/4 cup of celery. You could add more if you wanted, but it's a good start. You don't want to add too much of any one ingredient that we're working with here. I also got I had some little baby carrots in my fridge, so I thought maybe chop in one of these. Again, I'm gonna go for a pretty tight dice on these. I don't want any huge bits. Just some nice, this is like nice color, you know? Maybe I'll do like 2 of these. And these I don't really find that carrots in a salad like this really give it much flavor, but they're nice texture, right? Like they give some nice crunch to this salad that is kind of otherwise like creamy and mushy. So you want some crunch in there for sure. That's like the best part of a good tuna fish salad, in my opinion, is like a little crunchy element. Boom. So I'm putting those carrots. All right, so now we can start to get into like the wild west of ingredients, right? Oh, let me see if I can follow up here. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Lots of good comments. Cool. Apple cider vinegar, yes. Oh, yeah, I like any kind of salad. Like Janice says she adds it to egg salad. I agree. I always like apple cider vinegar. It has just like a nice, it's acidic, but it also has good flavor. So it's not just like pure vinegar. Really good. Laura said, I made tuna sandwiches with tuna, white beans, green olives, green onion, olive, mayo, mustard, salt, pepper. Good. Then you melt the cheese. Perfect. That's like a good tuna melt. That's kind of a nice twist on a tuna melt. I like it. Hey from Cape Town. Hey, what's up, Wendy? Willow says hi. Hey, Willow. Willow used to watch some of my videos. I used to do cooking live. But okay, so we're gonna keep talking. So I had this pepper in my fridge that was like on the verge of going bad, so I thought I might add some to this salad. Again, this is just kind of a fun recipe, right? You can kind of use what you have. Usually I wouldn't think that a pepper like this, that I would add one, but again, it's like a crunchy, it's crunchy. It doesn't have this little pepper doesn't have any spice to it at all. It's basically like a bell pepper, so it'll add some nice crunch. So, the other thing that I like to add is generally something that has kind of like a salty, briny flavor to it. Something like capers, pickles, anything like that. My wife, who will be eating this for lunch today most likely, does not like capers and doesn't really like pickles either. So I'm gonna go light on them. But what I did have in my fridge is I had these little banana peppers. I think these might be pretty good in there. So I'm gonna do like one little banana pepper. I've never tried this before. This is like, we're spitballing here, people. But these are these have a nice little kick to them. They're not like traditionally spicy, but they have some bite. So I'm just gonna do one of those in there. Again, I have a pickle. If you wanted to throw in a pickle, chop that up. That's always good. And then sometimes I like to add something. So, you know, anytime you're doing a salad like this, it's good to like take a step back, think about what you've added and what each ingredient is doing. So we have like some creamy stuff. We have some crunchy veggies. We have some banana peppers that are kind of giving like, you know, a little acidic, kind of salty flavor, little spice. We kind of need something sweet, right? So for me, I like to add an apple. That's nice. You could add raisins or cranberry raisins. Those are all good. Any of that is great. So, you know, just something kind of sweet is good. Shake or two of celery salt. Yeah, I think I might have some celery salt. When I get all done, I'm gonna taste the seasoning. Might have to add a little celery salt to this, I agree. I already washed this apple. I'm gonna do like half of this apple, and it's your call whether you want to leave the peel on or peel it. I'm gonna, just cause I'm lazy today, I'm still in my sweats, people. So I'm gonna leave the peel on just because I'm lazy. But, you know, you do you. Peel it if you want. Either way is fine. So I'm just gonna dice this up a little bit. Okay. That might be enough. I'm debating on whether to add this quarter or not. I think I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. If I had something else sweet to go in here, like some raisins or something, I would probably add those and just do a little bit of apple, but this is kind of the only sweet thing I have, so I'm gonna go big on it. Some other fun ideas I had in my pantry that I thought would be good. Somebody mentioned Tabasco. Yes, any kind of hot sauce is nice. I like Tapatio, so a little bit of that is good if you want to throw that in. One thing that I've done in the past is Parmesan cheese, which might sound weird, but if you grate or, you know, use one of these little microplane guys and get a little, here, I'll just do a little bit. That might sound weird, but it's nice. It adds a little saltiness to it. Just a few little, you don't want to overdo it, but just a little bit. It's nice. And then something, you always want something crunchy, maybe. I have these like pumpkin seeds in my pantry. I don't know. Pumpkin seeds. Probably good, right? So, here's our bowl. I'm gonna stir this up, and then we'll see where we are as far as like seasonings go. Man, this actually looks wonderful. I love all the different colors. You have like the red, the orange, the greens, yellows. Very colorful salad I've made here for myself. Oops, lost a piece of celery. Very good. Okay, and you know, so at this point, see if I can get it closer. It's looking really good. When I'm making a salad like this, I think of a few things. One, I take a look and see if I think it needs more like dressing, like more mayo or something like that. I actually think this is pretty perfect You could maybe add a little bit more mayo if you wanted it a little creamier, but I think this is pretty good. So I don't want it to be super like mayo-y, so it's okay. Maybe I don't know. I'm debating. Maybe a little bit. Here, let me get just like one little extra teaspoon maybe. I'm being finicky here, but it was probably fine as is, but a little extra mayo in there. And then you want to taste it and see how you did, right? So, let's see. Try to get a bite with a bunch of different stuff on it. Mmm. Oh, wow. That's really interesting. You know, it does need one thing I forgot, which I noticed. It needs some onion. I don't have any onions right now. I'm going to the store today, I promise. I do have some scallion though. So I'm gonna chop up a little bit of scallion in there. And that will give it a nice little onion flavor. Needed. You can tell I forgot. I knew I forgot something. Okay, stir that in. And then I could tell also it needs a little bit more salt and pepper for sure. So I'm gonna do a little bit more, pinch of salt there. A little bit more pepper. Boom. I think we're getting close. One of the ways I like to test a salad like this, and actually serve a salad like this sometimes, is with some crackers. Just like good old Ritz crackers. You can kind of put a dollop on there. Mmm. I think it's really good, guys. I'm not sure you need to overthink it, but this is a good reminder to go grab that can of tuna fish in your pantry. Make up some delicious tuna fish salad today for lunch, or tomorrow for lunch, or the next day for lunch. We're gonna be home for a while, let's be honest. Add what you have, make it delicious. You know, get creative. Think of crunchy things, think of spicy things, think of acidic things that would go well in it. Try to balance the flavors. It's almost like a fun little cooking experiment just to kind of throw stuff in. I like the pumpkin seeds, quite frankly. Those are really nice in there. Just had a bite of one, it was really good. So, this is my impromptu tuna fish salad. Hope you guys liked it. I literally hadn't really thought of what we were gonna do before I popped on the live video here, and it turned out great. It's really good. It's what I'm gonna have for lunch today. So, I hope everybody enjoyed this. I hope you're all staying safe. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. Follow along at Machismo if you want to, or obviously the Simply Recipes team is great too. You can ask any questions you have there. And I will see you guys soon. So stay safe and yeah, we posted a ton of different recipes here. So let me know. Cool. All right. See you guys soon. Thanks for watching.